What do you guys think regarding selling Chinese snacks in Mexico? In my last video, I posted about like a Chinese suggesting this idea, and some of the Mexicans were like, no, that is not a great idea because the flavors of the snacks in China are quite weird for us. We are not used to that taste. They taste very strange. It's just not a good idea. Some others were very optimistic about it, and they were like, yeah, there are so many young people, generations coming are very eager to consume Asian stuff, including snacks from Japan, Korea, etc. And why not? China has so many different snacks, not just the weird ones or the animal part ones. I don't want to talk about that. But like there's sesame paste snacks, there are this and that. I remember there are these like a pumpkin seeds flavor with green tea. Like these kind of healthy snacks, I think they can be quite popular in here. And by the way, they can also adjust the flavor or the packing or the seasoning, because sometimes the seasoning is quite weird, to the market, like just like any other company going to China have done before. KFC, McDonald's, Starbucks. You guys know, if you have been previously there, that you see usually these huge transnational companies selling stuff that they don't usually sell elsewhere, just in the China market, because that's the way it works there. Otherwise, there's no business for them, because the China market is not used to consume the West flavor. Anyways, on a side note, I wanted to tell you guys that in Mexico, we are already snack consumers. Here, people is used to, and it's common for like anyone on an everyday basis, to consume snacks between meals. Compared to China, it's not the case. Usually in China, as I was observing, people will have the breakfast, steamed rice, steamed white rice, with a little bit of protein by the side and vegetables. That's it. After that, for lunch will be something like alike, and for dinner just like the same, or maybe noodles or hot pot. Nonetheless, they have the 3 meals based on like salty foods. They don't usually consume anything very much sweet. In Mexico, at the contrary, we do consume sweet things, and we do consume greasy fried stuff as for snacks or desserts. Let's say it's very common for one person to be snacking on potato chips on an everyday basis, like, oh, I'm just gonna go and grab some cola and potato chips before lunch or after lunch or before dinner. It's normal. So in this scenario, it's gonna be very easy to have the consumers consuming snacks if the snacks are well adapted to the market, because we already have that habit. It's not like taking Mexican snacks and selling them in China, because they don't have this habit, and maybe they can like the foods, but it's not gonna be at daily base consumption, just like here for us. Like, it's super common to be consuming some chili gummies or whatever, not healthy at all. Therefore, here people, it's huge. Therefore, there's a lot of diabetes, obesity. I'm not a consumer of these foods. You guys might not by now. Besides, I just eat plant-based diet, and I'm really an advocate to follow more. I believe the Chinese diet is healthier, like just to avoid consuming snacks. It's not real food. Even when I am hungry, and I was hungry in China, and I will consume whatever, bingan, like these cookies. They also mentioned that cookies or frozen foods will be great as Chinese snacks here in Mexico to be sold. Some Chinese back in China will be like, why are you eating this? Why don't you wait? And it's real food. And I was like, what do you mean real food? This is food. So they will avoid to snack if they know they can just go and straight eat their salty, healthy, usual meal. It's not common for them. Compared to here, one person, if it's like too busy, they don't mind avoid eating maybe lunch. They will just snack on a protein bar or some potato chips with fruit by the side or a milkshake. It's not, we are not used to eat in the way that Chinese do, and I do admire that from them. Therefore, they are super healthy because they have very strong discipline towards like dietary schedule and like what is to be consumed and what is to be avoided. Although there are other different problems there regarding like food sanitary issues and this and that, nonetheless they have developed the taste of these salty foods because that is food, and they will not perceive snacks as food. They will believe these snacks are 零食, and they're like, why? They so many times they will be like, 不用吃零食，你不要吃饭吗? They will ask me, you won't eat? You will just eat 零食? Like why you are not eating like food, real food, like real nourishing food? Why are you just snacking? In compared to Mexico, if one person is just snacking, they wouldn't question or mind one person is just snacking and not eating, because that is not considered food. For us, that's still food, which is so confusing. But anyways, so therefore I believe somehow choosing some flavors that can be adapted or that are already directly to the like of the market here, it's a great idea to build a brand here, to position a brand here and sell Chinese snacks, just like green tea, pumpkin seeds, or like this or that, matcha gummies, or matcha cookies, matcha bingan, or like rice cake, rice cookies with matcha flavoring or with this or that flavoring, because they have so many different seasoning and flavorings there. And we have already snacking society in Mexico, so why not? I will myself purchase this rice based cookies with matcha flavor, healthy version. Here a big part of the population is already consuming healthy snacks, so I think that can be a good path to go. Just choose the healthy version because that's where the market is going. So yeah, what do you guys think about it? Maybe let me know in the comment section a few of the healthy Chinese snacks that are a good idea to implement here. I'm gonna research on that, and I'd like to go and check also when I'm back in China to a supermarket, maybe some flavorings that can fit our market. So yeah, I do think it's a great idea. And by the way, here in Mexico, whenever there's a party, let's say they have piñata, or they have, like, for example, now it's Christmas or whatever, people do serve a lot of like candies and snacks during the party, during like the piñata. People like try to crash the piñata and all the candies will fall, as well as they will give away the children bags full of candy, so they can somehow make a way in the market and take a piece of the market that are already consuming this candy, Mexican candy, because I'm very sure that so many kids are willing to have, instead of just the Mexican old-fashioned candy, new Chinese snacks or matcha candy, rice, whatever. What do you guys think about it?